But the proposed ward has a right to be heard at the hearing.
Yes.
It's an absolute right. Also involved in all of this is the court. And when we refer to the court, we refer both to the judge and the clerks. And Judge Walk, you can close your ears. When you deal with the clerks, be polite.
Why would I want to close my ears to that?
It's just the clerks, you don't know who was just at the window before you got there and what they just did to the clerk. And so that clerk might be a little heated and might be a little upset and might not be treating you quite as nicely as you might wish to be treated. You know, how many people love going to court? Okay. The lawyers and the judges in the room like going to court. Most people are not comfortable with court. They're not excited about being there. So often tensions are high and stress levels are high. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Everybody will get through it. It won't help you one bit to chew out the clerk. In fact, it might slow your case down to a crawl. And as an attorney, I hopefully try to establish a pleasant relationship with the clerks, because chances are I'm going to see them again. Guess what you get to do if you get named as the guardian? Every year you have to file reports with the court. And those clerks are there all the time. And they remember people. So just be nice.
And I tell my clerks, we talk about this, we frequently see people. We're in the probate court. We deal with decedents' families. We deal with people who are dealing with medical emergencies of their families. We're dealing with people who are filing accountings or are being called into court against their will because they've messed one of those things up. So we see people very realistically at some of the worst times in their life. We're the emergency room of the court system. And so on a daily basis, my clerks, 17 of us total, run the probate court for 700,000 people in Cobb County who are generally not pleased with what we're saying to them or the circumstance that brought them to you. For 8 hours a day, in some cases for 25, 30 years, these people have done this day in and day out. Sometimes, despite their very best efforts, they get a little tired and snippy. We try not to do that. We try to put you all first, but please understand, as much as I ask them to understand what you guys are going through when you come in, please understand what they're going through on a day after day after day basis when they're dealing with these things. And try and come to a détente between you. The other person that you might encounter is a court reporter, and that freaks some people out because you come in and somebody's taking down every word you or they do this and they're sitting right next to you, and that really discombobulates some people. And we are legally required to record it. So you're going to either be recorded by a tape recorder or by a court reporter in any court. My court, we have a court reporter. So it's just because we're legally required, because we are taking away all of those rights, sort of like we have to appoint an attorney. It is purely to create a record. It's not like we're going to try and matlock you at the end of the hearing and say that you were lying or anything like that. We're legally required to do it in every guardianship. So that throws some people off because they think that it's just going to be more like a conversation across a desk with the judge kind of a thing. And typically it's a hearing.
Yeah. You are actually in a courtroom, but that record is sealed.
Yes.
Not anybody in the world can just walk into court and check the records like you can with divorces and all that kind of stuff.
Since 2005. Yeah.